this is Lady Lex UK, and this is a Dreams tutorial. It's slightly different to what I normally do here. There was a bit of an argy-bargy going on Twitter where somebody complained about something I said in a Twitch stream. There was a bit of a misunderstanding. They hadn't seen the whole of my review of the game, saw a tiny little bit of it, and got the wrong end of the stick. Let me just make myself perfectly clear. Not everybody can sculpt, not everybody can do logic, and the Dreamverse is full of asset makers that make sculptures, props, logic chips, special effects, all of that for people to use. And those asset makers, they make these things for people to use, and they want them to be used. So there is absolutely no problem in going into the Dreamverse and grabbing whatever you need to make your level. Now, there is something to be said to making your game original, but there's also something to be said about trying to make games a decent speed. If one person tried to make all of the assets for a game, it could take them months and months and months. And if they've already been made, I don't see any problem whatsoever in using assets from the Dreamverse. There is one little issue though. Most of the assets in the Dreamverse, there's so many of them, people don't necessarily know what you've made and what anybody else has made, and it doesn't make a difference. The only exception is the media molecule assets, the ones from these kits they keep giving us, and ArtStream, and things like Dreamverse Dash, and things like that. Okay, so people are making their first Dreamverse Dash level, their first Welcome Home level, or whatever, and they're using media molecules assets to do it. They make their game, and then they go, why am I not getting any likes? You know, this is a really good game. Well, the reason is because you've used exclusively media molecule assets that everybody has seen over and over and over. It's oversaturated the actual Dreamverse, the games that use the media molecule assets. And people have seen it all before, and they know what they are. They know they're media molecule assets, and they know that you didn't make it. And that, in the back of their heads, they're thinking, I didn't make this. And then they don't thumb up your level, despite the fact that you've made something nice and playable and decent. The people that get the lots of likes, they make original content. They make things from scratch. They make things that look unique to their game. Now then, if you're not a sculptor and you're not a logic person, you're probably thinking, well, I can't do that. I mean, I have to use media molecule assets. What can I do about it? So I'm going to show you here how you can tweak, make things slightly different. Let's go into the contraptions. Let me see. Now, this is something I see a lot. This is the ancient temple pickup. This is the ancient temple pickup. I see this in a lot of platformers. People use this a lot. But it's very recognizable. It's very recognizable as a prop from the ancient temple. It has that design to it. And, you know, it can be a little bit boring just to keep seeing the same collectible all the time. And it'd be nice if you had something a little bit unique for your game. But how easy is it? Whoops. Whoa. Hello. Let's turn that off. Try not to put down a puppet when it's on play, Lexi. There we go. Right, okay. So here's our pickup here. Let's change this up really simply. Right. First of all, if you scope in, so L1 and X, L1 and X. Keep going. L1 and X. You'll notice that this is actually two pieces. There's like a painty bit and that bit. I'm just going to delete the painty bit. We're going to stick with this bit. We can change the colour. There we are. We can change each of these individual bits quite easily. And And immediately we have something that looks a little different. It's a different colour. It's not a great change, but just changing the colours on things can make a big difference. So there we go. There we go. We've got a pickup. Let's put the original one down so we know what we're looking at. So there's the original pickup. Let's just make it a little bit smaller. Whoops! I've accidentally put that in there. I don't want to do that. Right. Let's make that small. Come out. Put our original one in. Okay. Let's put another one down and let's manipulate it another way. Let's scope in and let's grab a sphere and put the blend up. Let's scope in as soon as you see it like that. Right, okay, now we can manipulate this a little bit more. There we go. So now let's have a look at these things. I've got a unique little collectible here. It's very similar, but it doesn't look the same. It's and that was seconds, literally seconds of changing it. Let's say you want to make your own. Let's just make something quick. I've got to use the cylinder. Kaleidoscope tool. Boom. Nice. Okay, let's make that glow. There we go, there's our new collectible. So let's put down our Temple School pickup. Okay, so I've selected that. Right, so what we want to do is grab our new object, scope in, so you can't scope in anymore. There we go, to our object, like that. And then I'm going to make this invisible. Have I made? Let's see, what has that done? So I've still got the paint bit. This is why, whoops. Let's get rid of the paint bit. There we go. So now I've got my own collectible object. So I just scoped in. There we go. It works exactly the same. There we are. The other thing you can do, you notice there's a sound effect there. So let's put down this extra thing pickup. Right, let's turn on X-ray so we can see the microchip. Let's have a look at this. Somewhere in here is a sound effect. Power up, disappear. Is that the sound effect we want? That's what that does. That's not the one we want. There must be another one. Power up, smash. What's that sound like? Yeah, that's the sound effect. So we can put in a different sound effect. So if we delete, see what this is connected to. It's connected to this signal manipulator. So let's delete it. Let's pick a new sound effect. What should we have? characters, dramatic effects, gaming. Let's go into the gaming section. Neutral noises, positive power-ups. Let's do that one. So there we go. So now this is the normal one, and this is what it does now. There we go. So you can just manipulate and change and make it your own, and just change them up a bit. And it doesn't take very long to get your own things going here. You don't have to have. You can leave all the logic, and you don't have to play about with this too much. And already we've changed everything. Right, let's see what else. This is another one, the ancient temple checkpoint. You see this a lot. Let's manipulate this a bit. So I'm going to take out the flag and the leaf. Okay, that's gone. And now I'm going to make a little placard. Hang on, take this away. Let's just flatten that out. Oh, not quite that much. There we go. Alright, I'm going to scope into this stick. And I'm going to put this plaque on there like that. Let's grab a text gadget. I'll make that in scene. And I'm going to allow rotation. And I'm going to type checkpoint. And I don't. Right, we'll turn that at a jaunty angle like that. There we go, on there. I don't want that, and I don't want that, and I don't want that. There we go. I'm going to go into its microchip. Let's just come back out. Checkpoint logic. Animated and effects. Inside flag activated. Here are the noises. I'm just going to delete those noises, and I'm going to put in a new one. So we go to sound mode, sound effects. I'm going to go to the junk cupboard. There's a nice, that one. That's what I want. So they're going to pop that in. Okay. So that's that done. Let's come out of here. Let's put in the original one. So the original flag power up checkpoint looks like that. There we go. Very nice. And here's the one we had. There we go. I haven't quite got the checkpoint text in the right place, have I? There. There we go. So immediately I've made that look completely different to this. So it's really easy just to alter it. Now, there is a tutorial on making your own checkpoints. So but if you really just don't want to bother with the logic, and just manipulate these a little bit so they don't look the same. We've got this this stone here. Okay, let's get rid of it. I mean, you can still use the ancient temple stuff. Let's look for round stone platform. There we go. I mean, you've immediately made it look a little bit different. I think I need to rewind it. There we go. There we are. It doesn't take much just to change these things up, so you're not making them look the same all the time. Now, some of them are a bit more complicated than others. I think the thing about media molecule contraptions, etc., is they're really over-engineered. There is an awful lot of logic in them, and it says here intermediate. Yeah, in order to use them, you just plonk them down and it's fine. In order to manipulate them, it is somewhat more difficult. Let's have a look at the ancient temple fan. Here's the fan logic. Now, good thing about this is I can remove the scope in. Whoops. We can remove, oh crikey, there's lots of little bits. We can remove quite a lot of it. Look as if I'm going to have to do all these all individually. We can end up with just the fan. And then you can put your own things in. This is not connected. The logic is not connected to the object particularly, apart from the fan part. So with that in mind, look, I haven't deleted all the extra little bits, but we can take that fan. Now then, and this let's look for I don't know what I'm looking for here. Let's find something that we can use. Urban. Actually, industrial. Let's try industrial. That might help. I think there are plenty of kits. Right. Abandoned industrial Mark II Voluted Stew. Have we got anything in here that might be useful? Let's try that. Okay. So we've got this nice pipe. And immediately you can see where I'm going with this. There we go. So you take your ancient temple thing, keep the fan part, but you can make it into something a little bit more suited to your game. Make the fan a bit smaller, like that, and immediately we have something that's unique to your game. Yes, you've used Media Molecule's fan, but it doesn't look like it anymore. And now, because I've made it smaller, the emitter, the force isn't strong enough. So let's see what happens if we do that. There we go. Whee. Then you change the speed and everything, because Media Molecule are very good at giving you these nice easy sliders. These things here, these are just designed to give you a chance to manipulate these to make them suitable for your game. So we can change the fan speed up like that. immediately that looks completely different, doesn't it? There we go. Look at that. And we can go much higher. There we are. Perfect. So for our industrial game. And that looks different. That looks different to the original one. Which, let's come out of that. Go back into our contraptions. Where was it? There we go. There's our original one. It's looking completely different. It's looking unique to your game. So that's all you need. You don't need to know how to sculpt. You just need to know how to adjust, how to amend, how to make it unique to you. And it can be as simple as just changing the colour of it. It could be just popping a few little blobs here and there. It could be going into the Dreamverse, finding other bits and combining and making something unique. But all the ways of doing it, it really does pay dividends. If the player goes into the game, it doesn't immediately go, oh, I know what that is, I know what that is, I know what that is. If they look unique to your game, they're more likely to thumb up. So there you go. I hope that was useful. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you in your dreams.